Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving deep into a Christmas classic that many of us grew up with, The Polar Express. It's a beautiful story with stunning animation, but have you ever stopped to think about the deeper meaning behind it all? Specifically, I want to talk about that little silver bell and how it might just be one of the most powerful symbols of faith. Not just in Santa, but in something much greater. So, let's set the scene. Our main character, the hero boy, is on the verge of disbelief. He's at that age where the magic of Christmas is starting to fade, replaced by skepticism and doubt. He boards this incredible, mysterious train, the Polar Express, on a journey to the North Pole. The entire trip is a test of his faith, filled with challenges that force him to trust, to believe in what he can't see. He meets other kids on the train, each representing different aspects of belief. There's the hero girl, who is full of unwavering faith. There's Billy, the lonely boy, who desperately wants to believe but feels left out. And then there's the know-it-all kid, who relies on facts and logic, dismissing anything that can't be proven. Sound familiar? These characters aren't just kids on a train. They represent the different stages of faith we all experience in our own lives. The climax of the story happens at the North Pole. Santa is about to give the first gift of Christmas, and he chooses our hero boy. The boy could ask for anything in the world, any toy, any gadget. But what does he ask for? He asks for one single silver bell from Santa's sleigh. Now, why a bell? Think about what a bell does. It makes a sound. A beautiful, clear sound. On the ride home, the boy tragically loses the bell through a hole in his pocket. He's heartbroken. He had this tangible proof of his journey, this symbol of his renewed belief. And now it's gone. It feels like his faith was tested and then taken away. He arrives home, climbs into bed, and it seems like the whole magical adventure might have just been a dream, after all. But then, Christmas morning arrives. His sister finds a small box under the tree with his name on it. Inside is the silver bell. Santa found it and returned it. There's a note that says, "Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Mr. C." This is where the magic truly unfolds. The boy and his sister can hear the bell ring. It makes the most beautiful sound they've ever heard. But their parents, they pick it up, shake it, and hear nothing. To them, it's just a broken bell. The movie ends with the narrator, the grown-up hero boy, telling us that over the years, many of his friends, and even his sister, eventually stopped hearing the bell's sound. But for him, it has always rung, just as it does for all who truly believe. Okay, so that's the story. Now let's unpack the incredible symbolism here, particularly in relation to faith in Jesus. Let's start with the boy's journey. His skepticism at the beginning is like our own spiritual doubts. We live in a world that often tells us to only trust what we can see, touch, and prove with science. The magical unseen world of faith can seem childish or naive. The Polar Express itself is like a call to faith, an invitation to step out of our comfort zone and embark on a spiritual journey. The conductor, voiced by Tom Hanks, is like a spiritual guide. He's firm but caring. He punches the kids' tickets with words like believe, lead, and learn. These aren't just random words. They are the pillars of a journey of faith. We must believe, we must learn, and sometimes, we must lead others. Now, let's focus on the bell. The bell represents the gift of faith, specifically, the gift of the Holy Spirit that comes from believing in Jesus. Think about it. The Bible tells us that faith is a gift. It's not something we can earn or create on our own. In the movie, the boy doesn't make the bell. It's given to him by Santa, who, in this allegory, serves as a Christ-like figure. Santa embodies unconditional love, generosity, and a spirit of giving. He gives the first gift of Christmas, which is a powerful parallel to God giving the world the ultimate gift, His Son, Jesus, on the very first Christmas. When the boy loses the bell, it's like those moments in our lives when our faith is shaken. We face tragedy, hardship, or unanswered prayers, and it feels like that beautiful sound of belief has gone silent. We feel lost, just like the boy felt when he discovered the hole in his pocket. It seems like the proof is gone, and doubt creeps back in. But here's the most beautiful part of the parallel. The bell is returned. It's found and placed under the Christmas tree, the very heart of the celebration. This represents grace. Even when we lose our way, even when our faith falters, God's grace finds us. The gift is not truly lost. It's restored to us, not because we deserve it, but because of love. The note from Mr. C, Mr. Claus, or perhaps, Mr. Cross tells him to fix the hole in his pocket. This is a gentle instruction to guard our faith, to protect the gift we've been given. And what about the sound of the bell? The fact that only believers can hear it is a profound metaphor for the Holy Spirit. The Bible describes the Spirit as a helper, a comforter, a guide that speaks to the hearts of believers. To the outside world, to those who don't believe, this inner voice, this spiritual sound, is non-existent. They might look at a Christian's life and see nothing but a broken bell. They can't hear the music of faith that guides and sustains us. They shake the bell and hear nothing because they are listening with their ears, not with their hearts. The Apostle Paul talks about this in 1 Corinthians. He says, "The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness, and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit." This is exactly what happens with the parents. They represent the secular world, logical and loving, but unable to perceive the spiritual reality. They can't hear the bell. The film's final lines are so poignant. Over time, his friends, and even his sister, Sarah, stopped hearing the bell. This reflects how, as people grow older, the cares of the world, cynicism, and materialism can drown out the sound of faith. They become like the parents, unable to hear the music. But for the main character, who represents the steadfast believer, the bell rings for me, as it does for all who truly believe. This isn't about believing in Santa Claus. The movie uses Santa as a vehicle to talk about the nature of belief itself. It's a story about choosing to hear the music when the world tells you there is none. It's about holding on to the wonder and magic of the unseen. The bell is a constant, personal reminder of a truth that transcends the physical world. It's the inner peace, joy, and guidance that comes from a personal relationship with Jesus. So, this Christmas, when you watch the Polar Express, look beyond the hot chocolate and the magical train ride. See it as a beautiful allegory for the journey of faith. Think about that silver bell, not just as a sleigh bell, but as the enduring, beautiful sound of God's grace in your life. It's a sound that the world may not hear, but for those who truly believe, it rings loud and clear, reminding us of the greatest gift ever given. Thank you so much for watching today. What do you think about this interpretation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deeper dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Merry Christmas, and remember to listen for the bell.